Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Looking again here at Fetch.AI, seeing what's going on. I got a ton of requests for this, so we'll go ahead and pick back up where we left off here from a few days ago. So when we look at the price action right now, we can recognize that we're right here at that point of control. Again, that's the more recent range here. So ever since we've entered this, April 5th, April 13th, if you remember, Bitcoin pulled back significantly. We can see in this last month and a half, approximately, we can see $2.25 is a strong area of control. In other words, that's the point of control. That's where the most amount of volume is accumulated. It's also right there at the 0.618 fib level here for the most recent low, as back as back as far as May 15th. So those are all favorable signs. Holding this level would be awesome. That's ultimately what we're looking for here. So we'll talk about that and much more. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. We've got a Trading Academy community and signals group. Feel free to check that out. If you have any questions, reach on out. It's been a really good profitable experience. Congrats to our community members here today for some nice profits from our RDNT trade, 56% in 20 days. I don't know who you are or how you can scoff for that, but I'm okay with waiting that long for that kind of profit. Okay, so again, patience pays off, folks. Now, granted, we do have some profitable trades that occurred within a couple of hours too, near protocol. Bitcoin, a lot of those coins moved fast, but generally speaking, at this point, RDNT is a slow, it's a slow workhorse for us, and it's working out great. So Fetch, is Fetch.AI a good coin to invest in? Well, looking at liquidation, we can confirm that $2.10 is a lower level liquidation, but there's a solid amount above the price action. Let's see if we can get a better average here in the last month and get an idea of where the heavy concentrations are at. We can see here there's a lot of liquidation down as low as 182. I'm not proposing the price is going to go down that low just yet or at all, but that's something we got to be mindful of, right? Say we lose this point of control at 225, price continues lower. That'll be the next target for the whales to go ahead and destroy anybody who has a long in the last 2 to 4 weeks. So just keep in mind that is a very real thing. All right, taking a look at the daily time frame. Let's also recognize a few things here on the daily. We got to also note that our volume profile, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty close to that level. Let's see here. We got a lot of concentrations at lower levels. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit and see. We also want to look at our moving averages. And to quickly clarify too, we got 3 moving averages hanging out right here where the price action's at. That's generally construed as a favorable sign because the price, when it averages out with a lot of moving averages, it usually implies the price is going to break out. Now, a breakout it could go in either direction, but you got to also note that breakouts generally break to the upside than the downside. They're more statistically likely to break up than down. So as we continue to maintain this range, if Bitcoin can stabilize and not continue much lower, we will see Fetch.AI take off. Okay. Again, if we do look at our most recent point of control here, we can kind of summarize that it's going to be upwards here at about, what, 260? Yeah, 262 is that level. So again, you got to recognize it's a decent margin away. We're about 16% away. So it's not that you can't take a long to that level. Just know that the price enters that range. There's a solid chance we're going to see some resistance. We're right here at about 50 on the RSI, just below. And you got to keep in mind that's generally construed as a not favorable aspect. We can also see too that money flow index is high. Money flow index is high because it's averaged itself out with a lot of different factors. So you got to keep in mind that the money flow index on the daily time frame isn't like the best gauge of understanding where you're at. The 4-hour, in my opinion, is probably one of the better ones. So we'll look at that next year, but just to clarify, we're also diverging on the MACD here too. So we can see there's slightly less favorable signs here, letting us know the price is going to be more likely to go down than up on the daily time frame. When we look at the 4-hour time frame, we're also just below every single moving average. Okay, so that's not a good sign at all. We can also recognize too that we are below 50 in the RSI. Stochastic swinging down, money flow index is fairly high. Again, it's high because people are starting to buy more, right? And as people continue to buy more, the likelihood of the price going up is higher. So even though we still see some bearish signs here, the money flow index is giving us kind of like a backdoor view of just letting us know that we're still in decent shape. Once again, if Bitcoin price pulls back, we could very well see the price leg down. We really need something to happen with Bitcoin in order to get us there. All right, now take a look here at the hourly. Let's recognize this as well. We are above and below the cloud consistently. Now, once again, range-bound activity provides that kind of result. So why don't we go ahead and draw out some quick little numbers here, or sorry, some ranges rather. And we can recognize that these numbers, basically as low as 220, upwards of 235, that's the range we're stuck in right now. So once we break free from the range, so say hypothetically we come up here and do one of these, that's a good consideration for a long position. Okay, again, we'd be above a key level Fibonacci retracement. We'd also have confirmation that we're above the cloud and likely above 50 in the RSI and other moving averages too. That's what we're looking for a good solid entry. If you're considering a short, you would want to see a bearish back test. This would be a consideration for a short there, right? So again, breaking a range is important for us to understand established direction. Right now, similar to like ICP, for example, very similar chart where the price actually is just going sideways, kind of stuck and not really going anywhere. Again, breakouts are more likely to occur to the upside, so it's statistically more probable it's going to go up. But everything we've seen here so far tells us it's kind of a mess, right? We got a lot of confirming and non-confirming factors, validations and validations, a lot of things that are not really giving us a good indication. So when I see this on the charts, I recognize that it's probably best not to trade, and I steer clear of it. Try to do yourself a favor and not overtrade. I know it seems very tempting to take multiple trades and just consistently be in and out of the market. I get that, and this is your full-time job, different story. This is my full-time job, and I'm still taking my time and only finding what I feel are good entries with confirmation, and it takes time. You got to mature, not just in yourself, but let the charts mature too, is what I'm getting at. Anyways, still a little premature to take a long position, in my personal opinion. And again, a short is kind of risky leading into this current situation. So I would much rather wait and find a better opportunity that may never happen versus taking one that is a bad one. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Like the video, comment below if you get a chance. Join us on Twitter, Telegram, Discord. I got YouTube and TikTok shorts now as well. So pick what works best for you. If you want some, part of these profits here, consider joining CryptoCache.tech as a site. Awesome rewards here for our community members. It's been a really profitable week for us. So again, looking forward to more. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next one. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Take care.